Chip Foose became a household name through the hit TV series Overhaulin. Each episode showcased his rare ability to blend artistry with engineering, pairing jaw-dropping custom car builds with emotional stories of unsuspecting owners whose vehicles were secretly transformed. Fans were drawn not just to the finished cars, but to Chip himself, his calm leadership, understated confidence, and the way he could turn rusted relics into rolling art. For years, he seemed like the steady center of the custom car world. But in recent times, many fans have wondered what happened to Chip Foose, what challenges he faced behind the scenes, and whether he is still building today. One of the most painful chapters of Chip's life began in late November 2018. That month, he lost his father, mentor, and closest friend, Sam Foose, after a battle with cancer. Chip shared the news on Instagram, writing that Sam wasn't just his dad, but also his hero and his best friend, and that he would miss him for the rest of his life. Alongside the message were photos of the two of them spanning decades. Sam Foose was 83 years old, and a car enthusiast, he was far more than just Chip's dad. He was a respected builder in his own right and a familiar face on Overhaulin, often helping out on projects and offering quiet wisdom from the shop floor. Sam Foose was born in Southern California in 1934 and fell in love with cars early. When his family moved to Arizona in 1948, Sam stayed behind in Santa Barbara, sleeping in a friend's garage and fixing cars to survive. It was there that he learned the skills that would define his life: welding, painting, and fabrication. He worked long, relentless hours, and his wife Terry would often bring food to the shop so he could eat with their children, Lindy, Chip, Jod, and Amy. After the Korean War era, Sam fully entered the custom car world. From his shop, Project Design, he built hundreds of custom cars and components. Standout projects included a 1949 Ford Coupe, a 1956 Lincoln Continental Mark II, the futuristic Yokosa 200, and a bold take on the Di Damaso Pantera. Sam lived by a simple philosophy: less is more, but doing more with less is better. More than anything, Sam's greatest legacy was teaching Chip. Chip grew up in that shop, absorbing lessons that shaped his entire design philosophy. Sam often warned him that trendy design ages quickly, famously saying that trends date faster than bell-bottoms on a hippie. Their bond was even captured on television, most memorably when Sam secretly rebuilt Chip's own 1956 Ford F-100 and surprised him with it on Overhaulin. Sam's death left a deep void in Chip's life, and not long after, other personal struggles began to surface. In November 2019, Chip Foose's marriage to his wife, Lynn, came to an end when she filed for divorce in Orange County, California. For fans who had watched Chip's family life intertwine with his career, the news was both surprising and sobering. Chip and Lynn first met in the 1980s and married in 1990, just after Chip graduated from the Art Center College of Design. From the very beginning, their personal and professional lives were deeply connected. In 1998, they co-founded Foose Design, with Chip focused on creative direction while Lynn managed contracts, finances, and business operations. Together, they built the shop into a globally recognized name while raising their two children, Brock and Katie. As Foose Design grew, so did the demands. By the early 2000s, Chip was rarely home, consumed by long days in the shop, constant travel, and the relentless pace of television production and car shows. Lynn carried much of the responsibility at home while also managing the business. Over time, the strain of their divided roles took its toll. The divorce that followed was neither quick nor simple. It stretched on for years, involving disputes over money, property, and custody, and by 2022, it was still unresolved. The split also reshaped the business they had built together. Reports indicated that Chip handed over significant assets, including the Foose Design shop, while keeping his personal cars and tools. Lynn stepped away from the company after more than 2 decades, closing a major chapter in both their professional partnership and their marriage. Around the same time, Chip was also fighting to protect his reputation and designs. After creating signature parts and styles that became instantly recognizable, Imitators began using his name and image to promote products he had nothing to do with. In 2012, Chip publicly warned fans about a company called Super Replicas, accusing them of falsely claiming he endorsed their work and manipulating videos to make it appear he was involved. He made it clear that neither he nor Foose Design had any connection to them. When the issue persisted, he riposted the warning in 2016, noting that the company was still misusing his name and images, including photos of his late sister Amy, who had passed away from progeria, and even suggesting proceeds went to sick children. For Chip and his family, this exploitation was deeply painful. Rather than pursue drawn-out legal battles, Chip chose to speak directly to fans, emphasizing trust and transparency. Amid these struggles, another devastating loss hit the automotive world. In August 2019, Jessie Combs, Chip's former Overhaulin co-host, was killed while attempting to set a new land speed record in Oregon's Alvord Desert. She was just 39 years old. Jessie had grown up around cars and studied collision repair and fabrication at Wyotech, quickly proving her skill. She went on to co-host Extreme 4x4, appear on Mythbusters, and star in All Girls Garage. Her connection to Overhaulin began in 2004, and when the show returned in 2012, she became a full-time co-host, appearing in more than 50 episodes. She wasn't just a presenter, she welded, fabricated, and worked side by side with the crew. On August 27, 2019, a front-wheel failure at over 500 miles per hour ended her life. A year later, Guinness World Records confirmed her speed of 522.783 miles per hour, making her the fastest woman on four wheels. The loss shook the automotive community. For Chip, it was deeply personal. He shared tributes online, calling Jessie a vibrant partner who poured herself into every build. Her death came at a time when he was already dealing with divorce and grief, compounding the emotional weight. Overhaulin itself had a long and influential run. Premiering in 2004, the show redefined car television by mixing pranks, emotional storytelling, and elite craftsmanship. After ending in 2008, it returned from 2012 to 2015, totaling more than 100 episodes. In 2019, the show made a streaming comeback on Motor Trend with a single new season. While fans welcomed its return, the revival faced criticism for leaning too heavily on drama and sponsorship, and by 2020 it quietly ended again. Despite everything, Chip's influence was formally recognized in 2019 when he received the first ever Builder of the Decade Award at the Grand National Roadster Show in Pomona, California. The honor celebrated his impact on custom car design over the previous 10 years. To mark the occasion, the show displayed 12 of his most famous builds, the largest Foose collection ever assembled. Chip used the moment to thank his family and crew, acknowledging that while one name gets the credit, great cars are always built by teams. Today, Chip Foose's focus has shifted away from television and back to the shop. He continues to build, mentor, and give back, often working alongside his son Brock, passing down the same lessons his father once taught him. Whether sketching cars at shows, guiding young builders, or quietly shaping metal behind closed doors, Chip is still doing what he's always done, building with purpose, integrity, and a deep respect for craftsmanship. Fans may still ask if Overhaulin will ever return, but Chip doesn't seem in a rush. For him, the real work has always been in the shop, one car at a time.